My name is David Wright Smith, and here's my story about plant based eating. About 7 years ago, I decided to get healthy. I was overweight, over 200 pounds, and made a decision, set a goal that I would work out, exercise a lot so that I could eat whatever I wanted. And that was my goal. And after a couple of months, I realized that's maybe not the healthiest approach. And I started making changes in what I was eating. After some time, my wife and I stumbled upon something called plant based eating. And then we got certifications from Cornell University in plant based nutrition. Here are some definitions. Vegetarian. There are different types of vegetarians, but often it means somebody who chooses not to eat meat. Sometimes they'll eat dairy, but mostly fruits and vegetables. Vegan. This term is used quite a bit as well. It's usually a lifestyle choice. It's often for ethical reasons, and it is choosing not to eat meat, dairy, eggs, or fish, sometimes not even using leather or other animal products. And the philosophy behind veganism is to minimize harm to animals. The approach of plant based eating is to maximize nutrition through the eating of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and beans, eating things with minimal processing and few extractions. Cooking is fine, it's not a raw diet necessarily, but skip the oil. Oil is not food, and meat and dairy are not necessary for proper nutrition. Now, this is not just a fad or the latest and greatest diet. This is something that has been around for a long time, and some large organizations stand behind it. The American Heart Association says greater adherence to the plant based diet had the strongest association with decreased risk of incident heart failure. The American Diabetes Association maintains that a plant based diet is an effective option for type 2 diabetes management. And the World Cancer Research Fund and the American Institute for Cancer Research recommend eating mostly foods of plant origin. So we're talking about three big health problems in the US: heart disease, diabetes, cancer. And in fact, at Bellevue Hospital in New York, there is a plant based nutrition treatment program. They are using plant based nutrition to treat disease. What are the possible benefits of plant based eating? Feeling healthy, having more energy, improved blood flow, lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, possible weight loss. Now, all these things are possible. Weight loss is really not the goal here. It can happen, but the focus is on being healthier. Good digestion is a result of plant based eating, eliminating medications, even the little blue pill. With that, I'm referring to Viagra or erectile dysfunction. And some people are finding they don't need the medications they've been taking. Other possible benefits from plant based eating are reduction or elimination of acne and sweating, inflammation and arthritis, even allergies. Food can also be a supplement to your vaccinations. A 2021 study published by the British Medical Journal showed that medical staff, this is almost 3,000 medical staff, reported following plant based diets had 73% lower odds of moderate to severe COVID 19. One of the main benefits of a vaccination is to reduce the severity if you catch the virus. On top of that, having a plant based diet, again reducing your risk of moderate to severe COVID 19 by up to 73%, can supplement that vaccination. Plant-based eating is good for your arteries. This is a picture taken from dresselstyn.com, and it shows before and after pictures of somebody's artery from eating a plant-based diet. Healthy arteries provide oxygen to all parts of your body, including your brain, remove waste products from your body, deliver fuel to parts of your body, deliver medicine. And so having healthy arteries means having a healthier body. Meat, dairy, and oil damage your arteries and reduce blood volume over time. Plant-based eating myths are out there that it's somehow difficult to eat a plant-based diet, that it's expensive, that it costs more, that it's bland, you're always eating the same thing, that it's a boring diet, you're just eating lawn clippings or something. It's what you make of it. It can be very flavorful and very enjoyable. Step one, if you're wanting to transition to a plant-based diet, keep it simple. When is the last time you just ate an apple all by itself? Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. That's step one. Step two, what else is simple to do? Focus on what you eat already, something that you can keep in your diet that's plant-based. We've got a whole wheat sandwich here with peanut butter and jelly. Perfect. Add whole food plant-based main dishes, side dishes, and snacks as time goes by. Transition to plant-based eating, and the more you do it, the better you will feel. Fancy can come later. If you're looking for fancy recipes and fancy dishes, they're out there, but it doesn't have to be from the start. How do you make a plant-based meal? Very simple. Pick a starch, pick a vegetable, add some fruit, add some condiments or seasonings. What's a starch? Potatoes, whole grain pasta, brown rice, quinoa, beans or lentils, mushrooms. These are all great foundations for your meal. Pick a vegetable. It could be raw vegetables, cooked vegetables, whatever complements that starch that you have. Frozen or canned vegetables are great too. They're quick and easy. They're already cut up, available year round, fairly inexpensive. Just avoid those ready-made mixes with sauces or oil. There are also additional health benefits from fresh fruits and vegetables. Our digestive system functions on bacteria, and we get that bacteria from the fresh fruits and vegetables that we eat, especially in organic produce. So try to incorporate at least some organic produce into your diet on a daily basis. An apple, a carrot. Variety is important. Organic produce has far more variety of that bacteria that we need for our digestive systems. Condiments are great things to add to your meal to make it more interesting. Salsa and marinara, as long as it's an oil-free selection. Soy sauce, mustard, hummus. You can make your own. It can be oil-free. Nut butters and tahini. What is tahini? It's sesame seed butter. Just pick an oil-free one. Date spread. There's a recipe on our YouTube channel for how to make date spread. It's just dates and water, and it's a great sweetener for recipes or a topping. Jalapenos, olives, pickles, relish. All wonderful things to add. Seasonings, herbs, spices, spice mixes, Italian chili spice, bearberry spice. Here's some examples of meals. Mashed potatoes with steamed vegetables, spaghetti with marinara, mushrooms and zucchini. Add some fruit. Broccoli and sweet potato stir fry in vegetable broth. Add some fruit. Hummus and veggie wrap. Throw in your favorite vegetables, your favorite sauce, wrap it up, have a side of fruit. How about something sweet? Have some fruit. It's a wonderful thing for those who have that sweet tooth. Make a smoothie. Put some frozen fruit and your favorite nut milk or water in a blender, mix it up, maybe a little lemon juice for some tanginess, and you've got a nice frozen treat. A date-based dessert. That's a photo of a pecan pie that I made for Mother's Day. That's all nuts and dates. Larabars. I'm not trying to promote a particular brand name here. I've just found that there are some Larabars that are oil free, and so they are just fruit and nuts. Snacks at home or on the go, be prepared. Fruit is a great snack. Fresh vegetables, carrots, broccoli, pea pods, celery, cut them up, have them ready, have some hummus or dip, raw or dry roasted nuts and seeds. Just make sure they aren't soaked in oil. People ask all the time, what about protein? It's in there. All plants are protein. They're made of protein. One potato has 4 grams of protein. You don't need to ever talk about protein, think about protein, ask about protein. It's not something to worry about. However, everyone should consider a B12 supplement. About 40% of Americans are deficient in B12, including meat eaters. Ask about vitamin D at your next physical. Vitamin D is actually a hormone that we create when our skin is exposed to the sun. Those with darker skin need more time in the sun to make more vitamin D, and usually 10-15 minutes 3 times a week is enough, but it's hard to do in the wintertime. Selenium is another thing to think about. Making sure you have a little bit in your diet. Eat a Brazil nut a couple times a week. You can also find it in oats, nuts, and beans, so make sure those are part of your weekly diet. And fiber. Fiber is what our digestive systems thrive on, and 97% of Americans don't get enough. And where do you get fiber? From plants, not from meat, not from eggs, not from fish, not from oil, not from dairy. And don't be shy. Get creative over time. What is something you love, a flavor that you love? This dish here that's shown is jalapeno poppers. My wife had a craving. She made some cream cheese out of creamed cashews, cut up some jalapenos. They were fantastic. How could you make what you love plant-based? It doesn't have to have dairy product in it to taste rich and creamy. What are your favorite flavors or spices? Add those into the plant-based dish that you created. Mix those flavors with something new. Transition to plant-based at your own pace. Over time, phase out the things that are unhealthy and phase in the more healthy things. Eat more produce, eat less products. So anything that comes in a box, you want to be suspicious. Anything that has exclamation points on the label, probably not something you want to be eating. The next level can come later. If you want to get fancy, work on batch cooking so you can do all your cooking at once for the week or for a few meals at a time. Get the kids involved and get them interested in what they want to be choosing for the flavors that they like or the foods that they want to eat. Create your own recipes or find those recipes online and experiment. You can make your own milk, make your own cheese, make your own meat crumbles. This picture here is an example of some nachos that we've made. It's got homemade plant-based nacho cheese. It's got homemade plant-based meat crumbles and homemade salsa. We've got some other favorites as well. Sauerkraut and potatoes. Again, recipes on our YouTube channel. We wanted the taste of sauerkraut and cheese, so we've got a cheesy cashew-based sauce in there. Soups and stews are always in our refrigerator. Baked potatoes, super easy. Wash up some potatoes, bake them in the oven for an hour, hour and a half. Put toppings on them. Your favorite salsa, your favorite hummus, just salt and pepper, maybe sauerkraut and mustard, however you want to top that potato. Tacos and wraps, a great way to eat plant-based. And Reuben pasta hot dish. Again, recipes on our YouTube channel. My wife wanted the flavor of a Reuben sandwich, and we created that. Our equipment is not elaborate. Our kitchen is small. We use these on a weekly, if not daily basis. Just a food processor, some parchment paper for baking, a steamer for your vegetables, a blender for making smoothies and other mixes. An immersion blender is great. We use that for making the date spread or salsa, and timers are nice so you don't forget about what you're doing. There are additional resources that I recommend. Forks Over Knives is a wonderful movie to watch, a website with lots of resources, lots of success stories. Dr. John McDougall has a lot of videos on plant-based eating and curing diseases. Nutritionfacts.org has lots of videos on a whole bunch of different topics. And then on YouTube, maybe check out our channel, Wrightsmith. We've got some videos. We are not monetized. We don't get any money for this. We simply do this to try to help people understand what plant-based eating means. Mike the Vegan has some great videos, and High Carb Hannah has some recipes as well that we like. Thanks for watching.